Hello everyone, it's Retraction. Welcome back to another Transformers review. This is the Transformers Rescue Force, released by Hasbro in 1992. These are just 4 Autobots that were recolours of the Japanese combiner Leo Zak, or the Breastforce. They didn't have names. They were released in 1992 by Hasbro. These are also European exclusives, meaning they are on the rarer side. This guy doesn't seem to stay very well. Oh, that's fine. But anyway, yeah, so the Japanese names are Leo Zak, Drill Horn, Jaruga, or Jaruga, something like that, and Kill Bison. Now, this guy was originally gold plastic, so a bit like Thunderclash, really, with Machine Wars. Good job they re-released him with no gold plastic. Anyway, so yeah, these are the Autobot Rescue Force. They were released on cards like this, but they had no individual names. They also didn't come with the they also didn't have anywhere. Well, nowhere on the box, on the card back, did it tell you that these could actually combine, because of course these were direct recolours of the Japanese Decepticon Leo Zak, the Breastforce. They didn't come with the Breastforce partners, and there are also versions with red weapons, as seen here, and there's also silver weapon versions as well. And there's a difference in the head sculpts, because my ones just have silver faces. I believe there was also another version that had painted faces, or the animal heads were painted, something like that. I think there was actually painted faces as well. Anyway, right, so we're going to start here with Leo Zak. I'm just going to go by the Japanese names, because they didn't have names in Europe. He's quite cool, as you can see. He's like an F-14 jet or something like that. Or is he? I don't know. But he's quite a cool fighter jet. I believe originally he was going to be green. He was green, and of course these are all Decepticons. Now they're Autobots. We've got the warning chevrons there. That's quite cool with the Autobot logo. Nice blue cockpit. There's a bit of paint well on these. Now I did get these in June 2021, so it's long overdue, this video. And I managed to piece this set together. I bought all 4 off eBay all at once. Luckily, all 4 were listed, and they all have red weapons as well. So I got a complete set with the red weapons. I haven't got any silver ones. And there is also a way to combine these guys, which I'll get to later on. And you can see, he's quite a cool jet. I really like this jet mode. It's quite nice. You've got the swept back wings. The wings can go forward like that. You can spread the wings out. It's got a landing gear, which you can just tuck away. The landing gear is just red plastic, well, black plastic. Looks quite cool. Nice jet mode. Probably one of the cooler ones of this line. Well, one of the coolest ones in this set. Yep, looks quite cool. Nice red and blue, nice red and white jet. Right, anyway, so the transformer, it's quite simple. What we're going to do is we're going to pull out the back section, extend it to form the legs. We're going to fold these parts around. We're going to remove the weapon, which is just underneath. It's a bit of a strange gun, but it's quite cool. There's also some bits we need to flip out to form the toes. Get on here, pull out the arms, fold that bit back down, fold the nose cone down, and fold the wings up. And there is Leo Zak in robot mode. And what we're going to do, of course, we're going to give him his gun like that. It's interesting because, of course, he's got a peg there, but that is for the jet mode. For the robot mode, you want to hold it with this peg here. So there's a peg in the back there. It looks like you could fire it that way up, but actually it only fits in this way up. So he's firing it like that, which is interesting. Yep, that is Leo Zak in robot mode. As you can see, mine's just got a silver painted face. I believe there is another variation. And on the back here, we have Takara 1989. We've got the copyright. And Hasbro 1991, because these guys were later brought over to Europe. Let's see if we can do that. There it is, 1991 Hasbro ring. Yep, so that's quite cool. So there was 2 years between Takara releasing these figures and Hasbro bringing them over to Europe, or in the UK. Now we've got an Autobot symbol on his arm now. I'm not sure if that's where it's supposed to be. But the articulation is, he's only got movement in the arms. I mean, his arms go all the way up. Oh, just lost the gun. Now his arms got quite a good bit of movement at the shoulder, and that's about it. You kind of have a bend at the legs. The legs can bend inwards, so he could sit down. But that's only because it's for the transformation. Overall, though, he looks quite cool. Good figure. Yeah, looks good. So that is Leo Zak. It's quite nice. Looks really cool with the wings at the back there, quite around his shoulders. And now we're going on to drill horn. Now, of course, he's a drill tank. We've got the warning chevrons again, the Autobot logo, or the stripes. They're warning stripes, actually, not chevrons. But anyway, we've got the stripes. Yeah, that's quite cool. Got a nice blue cockpit there. This giant drill. Good modded detail. Got some tracks modelled in. There are some wheels for it to roll as well. So that's it for that mode. And of course, we've got his twin guns at the top there. Quite a good place to put them. Transform it, what we're going to do is we're going to extend it at the back end to form the legs. Quite simple transformations on these. Fold out the hands from under the tracks. There we go. It's got some quite big arms, this one. And then we're going to push on the nose cone, put it back down, push it to the back to reveal the head. Well, we're going to, I mean, not push the nose cone, but you just flip it round. And there's drill horn in robot mode. Looks quite good. Again, you've got the warning stripes and everything. He's got 2 Autobot logos for some reason. It's a good head sculpt. Don't know if I brought in Leo Zak's very well. But Leo Zak's head sculpt is actually a line. Because, Leo. Oh, there you go. That's his head sculpt. And this is this one. Quite cool. Again, the Breastforce partners aren't included. They would have gone in here to form like a chest plate. And that's him in robot mode. He's got strange articulation there. He can, his hand can go down, a bit weird. So yeah, his hand can move and flip. Yeah, his hand can bend down. Okay. And he's just got a shoulder joint, which looks a bit stupid. But there you go. Yep, that is drill horn. Quite cool. He's mainly black and yellow, so it's hard picking him up. Oh, there it is. Yeah, his legs are all one piece. Quite basic, but these are combiners. Well, this is a combined team after all. And we have Jaruga or Jaruga, something like that. And this is him. He's a dune buggy. He looks quite cool. He's a buggy anyway, and he's got these guns coming off the top there. They look quite cool. It's quite nice. So we're going to take them out like that. You can also plug them in here. But the card back, because on the back of the cards they didn't have any tech specs or bio or anything like that. They just showed all four's instructions, and the instructions showed the guns in how I had them, like that. So I guess that's the official version. You can also bend them down a bit to fire at incoming Decepticons. Anyway, so that's that. It's quite a cool mode. Looks really nice, this one. Looks quite cool. Got these great big wheels. Yeah, it's a buggy. Looks quite good. That is Jaruga. Transform it. What we're going to do is we're going to flip this bit to the back there. This bit folds down. And you've got these tiny arms that come out. And that is him. And we're going to give him these kind of strange guns. They look very odd. Yep, that's him there. And the Breastforce partner gimmick is still there. This bit would have pressed in. So it's interesting that they kept that. It's just, direct reuse of the tool. Now as an Autobot without the Breastforce partners. And that is Jaruga in robot mode. Looks quite good. It's got a good head sculpt. Yep. The head sculpt's obviously a Jaguar, given his name. He doesn't really stand up. He doesn't really want to stand up. There we go. Oh, no, got him to stand up. And now we're at Kill Bison, which was a tank. But now it was a tank with guns before, and he was gold plastic. Now I think Jaruga was used to be black. Drill horn, I can't remember what colour drill horn used to be, but anyway, all these guys, their colour schemes have changed because they're now Autobots. Before they were Decepticons. In fact, I do wonder actually, where's the copyright stamp on this guy? Because I do try and get all of them in. Ah, there it is. It's there. Don't think we're going to make it out. Oh no, there we go. So it's just the colour there. Let's try and see if we can get it to do this one. Just about says Takara 1989. Just about make it out. But anyway, so there you go. And then on this side it would probably say Hasbro 1991. Yep, there we go. Hasbro ink. Can't see it because it's all on the way back there. Oh, there it is. something to shine a light on that. So we can actually make it out, because I can't see it. See that? There it is. It's 1991. Hasbro ink. There it is. On this side it says the colour 1989. Let's just try and see if I can... Yeah, anyway, so there it is. So that's the stamp and everything on him. And of course Jaruga's got one as well somewhere. Oh, there it is. As you can see, these are... So it's still got the copyright stamp from when these were the Breastforce. And now we just got Hasbro's added on. It's quite interesting. Well, anyway, so here's Kill Bison. Instead of having guns, he's now got just claws. Well, he's got cranes. It's cranes now. He's got crane arms instead of tank turrets. Well, he's got a turret still, and see it still moves around, but there's no longer guns attached. There's now just crane arms, and the cranes do open. The crane arms do open and close. So, yep, obviously modified for rescue rather than combat. Well, anyway, so transform. What we're going to do is, it's quite a cool tank mode though. Looks good. It's quite nice blue colour. Got tank treads modeled in. I'm going to take this part out, and that becomes, of course, the weapon. This bit, well, we'll see what happens to that bit later. That bit could probably flip down there. This extends to form the legs. You just bring up the arms, and you pull up, and you just flip the head. And that is Kill Bison in robot mode. Now, originally, like I said, this guy was gold plastic, so it's a good job they re-released him. And the strange part is, again, it's a bit like Leo Zak, because you got this is for the tank mode. Well, you got these two holes down here, and they will fit into the fist. So you can't actually hold it this way. Well, you can. No, you can't. The peg's too small. So, I mean, the peg in the hand. The hole in the hand is too small, so you have to hold it like this. So it's a bit of a weird weapon, because it's a very weird weapon, this one. So he's just got these claw arms, these crane arms that I guess you could pick people up with. And that's him in robot mode. Looks quite cool, quite nice. Don't know if I mentioned the articulation for Jaguar, or Jaruga, whatever his name is. Basically, he's just there. And, oh no, he does have a bend at the legs as well. Right, you can do that, but that's sort of transformation. Yeah, he's got a bend at the rotation at the shoulder. It looks quite cool though. And as for Kill Bison, or Crane Tank, whatever his name is, well, they didn't have names. Not this version anyway. The arm will just raise up and down. You can't, oh no, it can do a 360, but don't know why you want that. And there's his head sculpt. Looks quite good. So yep, that is the Rescue Force. So that is all four of them in robot mode. Quite cool, they look good. He's got a very weird weapon, but overall it's a cool looking team. Look good. I quite like these guys. They're a bit like these came out at the same time as the Constructicons as well, actually, because they re-released the Constructicons without the combined parts. I guess you could say the Constructicons are now the nemesis of these guys, the counterpart. Guess so. Guess you could say that. But anyway, so that's the Rescue Force in robot mode. Looks quite cool. As like I said before, they all have red weapons and silver weapons. All mine are the red version. All mine have the red weapons. So, but anyway, so that is that for the robot modes. Looks quite cool. As you can see, this guy has a hole because there's no Breastforce part to go in. The rest and he has a hole as well. So yeah, some of them have holes, some of them have that. But he's the only one to have that. So that's interesting. But again, they left all that in. They just didn't include them. Much like the Constructicons of the time. Right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to transform them. I'm actually going to combine them. Can be done, but the result is interesting, to say the least. It looks quite good though. But this is as far as you can go. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with these guys. We're going to fold these parts down like this. Close that bit up. And now there is a foot plate that can flip down like that. And then what you do is you take the middle section and it goes up to form, well, the connector. So we're going to do that again with this guy. Oh, where's his one? There we go, it's there. And then you flip the middle bit round. And that's that. In fact, before we do that, let's do a quick size comparison. So, as you can see, we've got a Sky Scorcher and the Rescue Force Leo Zak there. Or the Rescue Force Jet, whatever his name is. Yeah. Well, they don't have names, of course, so, yeah. And you can see, just a little bit taller than a Sky Scorcher. You know, just the Sky Scorcher's here. He's about there, so, yeah. Just a little bit bigger. Well, they're a lot bigger, obviously, but just a little bit taller, so they could go up against the Sky Scorchers quite well. And there's Tornado there, great figure. See my review of those if you want to know more about the Sky Scorchers. Well, if you want to see a review of them. And if you like the content, please subscribe. Anyway, so that's that. Now, let's go to this mode. Let's take Jaruga here. And what we're going to do with him is, we're going to do this there. We're going to put him in this position, like that. And now you see there's these two connectors here, and they're going to go into these parts, like so. So, there you go. If you hear a satisfying click, it is in. There we go. And that is that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take Leo Zak, that's his Japanese name anyway, and we're going to bend him round like that. And that is it. And then as you can see, there's a hole there. But first what we've got to do is, as you see, there's these parts here. And there's this section there. Well, what happens is, that's got to connect in to that. Like so. You've got to push it in. And then there's a hole which connects to the top of the car. The top of the buggy mode. And there you have the Rescue Force. All combined. That is the combiner. However, there is more to it, because with these weapons here, you see, we can actually use the weapons as well for the combiner mode. And this part will just slot in there, the part that held in the crane arms. It just fits back in there like that, so you don't have that lying around. But what you can do with these other parts is, again, we can actually use these to help the combiner mode, like that. So as you can see, they all have holes and everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to attach this crane arm into this port there, into that hole there, like that. And you can see it's still got that function. It's quite cool. Then what you're going to do is we're going to take the gun from the drill horn, or the drill tank, whatever. Put them in there, like that. And then what we're going to do again is, well, this part we can actually attach to the back. There's a bit there, and you know, you can just put it on the back there as, I don't know, some sort of laser cannon or something to make the combiner mode a bit more interesting. Then you can do the same on the opposite arm, like that. And what these do is these are now going to form arms, because before you didn't have any arms. But what you can do is you can take all the parts, all the weapons parts, and if you combine them together, you now have a set of arms. And now there's two parts on the back of, well, there's two parts on the side of Jaruga, or whatever his name is, the buggy. And using these connectors, they will fit, the post will fit into this hole here. And now you have a set of arms for your Rescue Force combiner. So there it is. That is the Rescue Force combiner completed. And now, using all the weapon parts, you can now have a set of arms and a complete combiner. So there it is. And this looks quite cool, to be honest with you. It's quite different. He does have weapons, obviously. I mean, obviously it's not going to hold extremely well because this wasn't designed. These weapons might have been designed to combine, seeing they're all interchangeable and across all the different figures. And of course, you can now combine them all to form a set of arms. So that might have been the intention. I doubt it, but it is very cool, and it does give you a set of arms for your Leo Kaiser, well, rescue force. So you don't have to fork out the money for those 2 jets that were never included in the set, because there was meant to be 6 breast force in the breast force. You know, the Decepticons that formed Leo Kaiser from Victory. There was meant to be 6 of them. Here we only got 4 as the rescue force. So the other 2 are made up for with these arms. Not the best solution, but it is a solution, and it works quite well. And it gives you this very unique combiner. Now this head is an interesting head sculpt. Yeah, that's the combiner head. Looks alright. Could have been better, of course. And now we got these 2 sets of arms attached to the back there. And there it is. And to be honest with you, this looks quite cool. And it's a good way to give the rescue force a more complete combiner mode. A decent combiner mode, because before it looked crap. Yeah, there it is. So it's just a very easy way to improve your rescue force. Anyway, this is the retraction with the Allspot rescue with the rescue force. Thank you for watching. Definitely hunt down. Definitely find these. Definitely get these guys if you can find them. Especially now, if there is a way to actually give the combiner a set of arms, which is quite cool. And of course, you know, the claw still works and everything, but it does look a lot better now. And I actually kind of like this mode. It's quite decent. One thing I will say though is kind of like hiding those bits, kind of like hiding them behind the wings section rather than in front. So there you go. It looks a bit better like that. It's a bit finicky, but if you can get it, it's well worth it. If you can get this to work, because you give your rescue force combiner a set of arms. As you can see though, doesn't like to hold together particularly well, but oh come on, why aren't you getting it? Why isn't it going in there? Yep, there we go. But it now gives them a set of arms, greatly improves it. Excuse me, greatly improves it. Got a much better mode. Anyway, this retraction, I definitely like it like this. It looks really cool. Looks a lot better. It's quite unique. Yeah, it works. It's quite nice. No, it's quite nice. It's quite nice like this. Anyway, this has been retraction. Bloody hell, can't even get my words out. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time with another Transformers review. Definitely pick these guys up if you can find them. Now there's a way to fix the problem with the combiner mode. I think that this has already existed for a few years, but anyway, so yeah, there is a way to give them a set of arms. Fantastic. They look really cool. That's a nice, easy way to get the Leo Kaiser. To get Leo Kaiser as well. Because they are a lot harder to find. So if you want a form of, of the best force, then go for the rescue force. Anyway, it's retraction. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.